Laid an egg, of course. A house full of females and me, so plenty of estrogen. But we come here today around the world, and as much as I said innovate, we came here because of innovation, because of the word innovate. And even though I said I didn't want to do that exercise of turn to your neighbor and define innovation, it's not to say that it's not important. Because we all know that the world is facing so many challenges. We have aging population, sustainability issues, you name it, pandemic diseases. There's all this change in the world and all these problems. And the problems aren't going to get solved with what we did before. We need change, and that's what innovation is all about, is change. But I'm taking a bit of a different angle today. Because we're here not as companies, we're here as people. We all work for companies, or most of us work for companies, we're involved in these organizations, but we're here as people. And we're all the same, and we're all different. And I'm going to go out on a bit of a limb here and suggest that there's nobody in this audience who's worried about feeding their family. There's nobody in this audience who's worried about providing shelter. We're here for something different. We're here because there's something inside us that burns. There's something inside us that we want to bring to this world. There's something that we want to express. This is about actualizing who we are. We want to do something. We're up to something. And we're all the same and we're all different. But we're different than every single one of us. It's a different gift. Now, one thing I love about watching things like American Idol or The Voice is you see these people haven't been adulterated by success and fame. They sing, and you just hear passion and you get chills. Like, how many people can identify with that? You just get chills. Or the other day, a friend of mine brought up a picture that his daughter had drawn. He never taken art classes. You look at him and you go, wow, that's incredible. Where did that come from? And we all got this passion. We got all these talents. But what happens? Why do they get obscured? They get obscured from the damn voice in the head, the rational mind that chatters in the background, that represents human consciousness and tells us what we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to do and what's supposed to be right. And some people might say, well, what's this guy talking about the voice in the head? Is he crazy? Should he be going to a psychiatrist? But as I say that, people who say, who's that voice in the head? That's the voice I'm talking about. You all know what it is. It obscures us and it keeps us from being all that we can be and everything that we can bring into this world. There's this one commercial from way back with a golfer, and I'm not going to get it 100% right, but you're going to get the essence of what it is. The golf commercial is, every once in a while, I walk up to the tee blocks, I forget everything that I've learned, and we all know anybody who golfs out frustrated, keep your arms straight, hold the follow through, all those different pieces. I walk up to the tee block, I breathe in the smell of the fresh cut grass, I feel the sun on my back, and I just swing the club. And if I had a wish about this series, is that everybody in here learns to leave the chatter outside that door, and we learn to just swing the club. Now, what does that have to do with innovation? Well, I can guarantee you, if every person in this room fully brings what they are, with full passion and intention, we're going to create innovation. But we're not going to create innovation in the way that the cognitive mind tells us we're supposed to create innovation, but we're going to create innovation. A good friend of mine is the CIO at a healthcare organization. And if you ask him what he is, he's going to tell you he's a writer. And he's written 7 books. And he's producing a movie. Jerry, who you're going to meet later, if you ask him who he is, he's an IT professional. But in the background, he has a Beatles band. So how does that play to the business world, and how does that play to innovation? Well, like GSK, they do an annual talent show, and he's up there with his band. And people at GSK every single year are waiting. They finish this year's talent show, and they're waiting for next year's talent show because they can't wait to do it. Everybody's fully engaged. Okay, maybe that isn't cutting a step out of an invoicing process in your traditional version of innovation, but I'll take motivated people any day. So those talents and skills that we have, that if we can just bring them to the world, is going to create innovation. If you're into fitness and you bring a fitness program to your organization, okay, we didn't, again, remove a step out of an invoicing process or technically do something to improve efficiency, but you've engaged people, you've made healthier people, you've improved organizations. So there's a wish for me of today is that we can all develop the courage to suppress the voice in the head and be who we really are, and understand that who we really are is not going to fit into this neat little box of I'm an accountant, or I can do this, or I can do that. We're all unique. We all have these things. It could be that you can draw, you're good at fitness, you can sing, you love supporting not-for-profit organizations and helping people. Whatever it is you bring is going to create a difference. So we come back to the beginning where we said, turn to your neighbor and share a definition of innovation. What I would prefer is turn to your neighbor for a minute and share who it is that you are. What is it you bring to the world every day? What is your talent? What is your passion? What makes you wake up in the morning? Because that's what this is about. This is about awakening who you are so that we can bring to the world what we were supposed to bring to the world and be everything that we can. So with that, turn to your partner for a minute. Share a bit about who you are. What is the talent that you bring? Get everyone back. So I guess if I can leave everyone with a closing metaphor before I turn this over to Valerie, which is, let's just swing the club. Let's just be who we are, and let's fully express ourselves. And with that, I'd like to bring up Valerie.
I was saying something to someone before. This might be my nightmare, being on the stage at Second City and having no script. But fortunately, I don't have to tell anyone I'm up here. So, Ted mentioned we don't want to say define innovation, but we do want to have a conversation about it. So we do want you to talk to the people that are around you, and certainly if you're sitting with people that you know already, then we want you to talk to people that you don't know already. Get to know them and start talking about innovation. What is it to you? What does it mean to you? What does it look like? So continue the conversation, because I think there was some good stuff going on right there, and not all of us got to finish what we were saying. So let's do that for a little bit, and then we'd like to hear back from you. So we'll take about 5 more minutes for you to start talking.
They're all over. And it's really tough to relate to. Yeah, you can stop it now.